was a cold but clear December morning at the start of the 2014 All Wales Nursery Championship trial. In the scenic setting and ideal trial field of Llanafan Fawr near Builth Wells. CSJ Specialist Canine Feeds were the sponsors. CSJ have their own range of specially formulated dog foods, numerous herb supplements, treats and much more. Everything to keep your dog healthy and full of stamina. The end was a great result for Kevin Evans with Moss and South Wales too. Here's how it happened. It was a well laid out course with perfect viewing for spectators and judges. But the cross drive proved to be the bogey for several of the 30 competitors. The maximum age is 3 years old, so these are just young dogs with a lot to learn. Fifth in the top 5 was Marion Jones for South Wales. Marion had sent Jimmy to the right on the outrun, where he dropped 3 points. He lost none on the lift. The judges are looking for straight lines between each point on the course. The line here is from the lift through the fetch gates and down to the handler at the post. Towards the end of the fetch there was some challenging by the sheep. 3.5 points were lost on the fetch. Ideally, Marion would like a tight turn around the post to get a good line to the drive gates. He's gently nursing the sheep along, aiming for those gates. The judges are looking for a straight line through the gates and a tight turn around the inside gate, with the sheep lined up to head directly to the parallel cross-drive gates. They're on course. He did well on the cross-drive, which had caught many competitors out, with the sheep slipping below the gates. Quite a good turn. Now the judges are looking for a straight line on this last drive to the shedding ring. This leg of the drive being just as important as the first. Marion lost 4.5 points on the drives. The shed was judged to be faultless. Finally, at the pen, 1 point was lost. Out of the 100 points available, 12 were lost by Marion and Jimmy. In fourth place came Colin Gordon for South Wales with 31-month-old Glenn. Colin chose to send Glenn left, following the line of the hedge and the boundary fence. No points were lost on the outrun or the lift. There were some wavers and stops on the fetch, which cost Colin 6 points. It was quite a wide start to the drive with a couple of bends before reaching the gates. It resulted in a good turn and line along the cross drive. But Glenn was too far behind the sheep to be able to then get a good turn before returning straight to the shedding ring. Consequently, they went well off to the right before getting back on track. On the drives, 5.5 points were lost. He was judged to be faultless on the shed. It was a perfect pen. In total, Colin lost 11.5 points. In third place came Angie Driscoll with Kinloch Cade, again for South Wales. She sent the dog left with a faultless outrun and lift. There were some wavers at the start of the fetch. Just 1 point was dropped on the fetch. There was a short pause at the start of the drive and 1 or 2 little zigzags before the sheep settled. But she made a good job of getting them back online and set a steady pace. Safely through the first set of gates and onto the cross drive. Unfortunately, the sheep began to gather speed on the downhill slope and pulled up to pass the gates on the top side. The drives cost Angie 10.5 points. She was faultless in the shed and the pen. They finished with a total of 11.5 points, the same as 4th place Colin Gordon. Angie came 3rd with an OLF advantage. 2nd place went to Kevin Evans and Tanhill Glen. Glen is approaching 30 months old at this event and has been sent on a wide outrun to the left, following the boundaries of the field. One point was lost on the outrun and none on the lift.
Yeah, I was just looking at that, yeah. Bye-bye. Bye. What do you reckon, another hour to be over? You've got to go out that way, isn't it? I'm going to probably go way back. I just want to go. You're on the same road. I know, I'll be all right. Where do you want to get to? Yeah. And I'll carry on. Yeah. You go straight into the... I'm going to go to Kenny's. I'm all right when I'm at Kenny's. I don't know where I am.
points were lost on the fetch.
Stand, stand, come by. Stand, cut, stand. Come by.
At the start of the drive there was a short stop before the sheep turned.
Wait, stand, cut, stand. Stand, cut, stand, stand, cut, stand, stand, cut, stand, cut, stand, cut, stand, stand, cut, stand.
It was a good straight line along the cross drive, and the turn on this corner could be a bit tricky.
Stand, cut, stand, stand.
4 points were lost on the drives. The shed was faultless. 1 point was lost on the pen. Kevin lost a total of 8 points. Kevin won the competition with 26-month-old Moss, his first run of the day. He sent Moss out on a pear-shaped outrun to the left, which also saved some time and gained a perfect score. Moss came in quite fast and confidently behind the sheep, without upsetting them. So again, no points were lost on the lift.
Stand,
1 point was lost on the fetch.
stand, 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 stand.
This was a good turn for the drives.
Stand, stand, stand.
'Cause when we were doing this, we told them to slow to get ready. But I know
He will go far when he is in speed there, doesn't he?
Just 3 points were lost on the drives. No faults in the shed. One point was lost on the pen. Kevin and Moss claim victory with only 5 points lost.
In first place, Kevin Evans and Moss down 5. Well done.
South Wales won the team competition and championship with 198.5 points. Team leader Nigel Watkins accepted the winner's shield. The North Wales team finished with 449.5 points. This had been an excellent display of handler skills from each of the teams, and an event enjoyed by all, despite